Folks, welcome back to another reading. Today I am using the Light Seers Tarot, and I've laid your cards out in a Celtic cross formation. I'll warn you in advance that I don't have an easy message for some of you to hear, but I hope that it helps you in some way, that you deserve. I believe that you deserve to know the truth, and let's not mess around, okay? There's something that you are blind to in your current environment right now. This is your current theme. This is the central theme of the whole spread. There are lies that you believe about a particular situation, and here is your crossing card. This is the Ten of Pentacles, and it is pointed towards the past. It is a challenge because it talks to me about waning finances, savings account, nest eggs. This is a family that is spending down any kind of assets that they have and those assets are gradually deteriorating. It's not affecting just one person. It's affecting the whole family, at least the parents and any children that might be involved, but extended family are at risk as well. Okay? Unfortunately, the person that I'm speaking to is blind to what's going on right here. And this isn't just about finances. This has to do with anything that makes the body materially comfortable. Let's talk about that a little bit more. This is a challenge for you, and I respect that it is. So specifically, why would I mention body in relationship to the Ten of Pentacles? With the Ten of Pentacles, that's supposed to be a strong marriage, commitment at the very least together for the long term. And in this case, it's in pointing towards the past. It was strong in the past, but now it is weakening and it is rapidly deteriorating. We can talk about it in terms of finances, but also in terms of physical faithfulness. And this is where we start to get into some difficult stuff. With the Ace of Cups, this is in the conscious position. You're kind of aware that something new is going on, that there's a new emotional crush going on behind the scenes. You could be avoiding it, because we have the Eight of Swords right here. So consciously you know that this is a probability and you are suspicious. You can kind of feel that things are changing here with the crossing card. But I feel like that there's a real risk, again with the central theme being the Eight of Swords, that you are avoiding this, and that possibly that it's more easy to believe the lies that someone may tell you than it is to discover the truth for yourself. Definitely, if the Ace of Cups comes in, I would love to see you pour out self-love to yourself, especially during this difficult time, okay? The Ace of Cups was in the conscious position. It's there in your conscious, but I wonder if you aren't pushing it away with the Eight of Swords. And subconsciously, you know that there's probably something sexual going on behind the scenes. I could be speaking to you as the person who is stepping out on the long-term commitment, or your partner is the one who is choosing to step out on the long-term commitment. But this is someone who, if you want to be crass about it, who's having a lot of sex, who's exploring a lot of sex in a lot of different places. The Knight kind of runs around. This is very young adult kind of energy, like first year in college kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get tattoos. I'm going to dye my hair. I'm going to do all kinds of piercings. I'm going to go with all, like, it's everything. Like, it's like everything that they didn't get to encounter. It's got that kind of energy. It's wild. It's wild energy, unfortunately. Okay? This is your challenge. I think that this has happened before too, because this comes up in the past. You may have discovered these affairs in the past, and you might have kind of shielded your eyes to kind of turn away because you might have really wanted to make a family with this person. Again, this is the challenge, and it's pointing back towards the past. You wanted to establish a family with this particular person, and you said that in the past that heartbreak isn't enough for me to break up and try again with somebody else, right? Excuse the rough lighting. It's evening where I'm filming, and I was trying to turn on some lights. I feel like in the past, you said, I'm going to overlook this because this is where my financial security, where my family security is going to be in the future. This is how I'm going to have support living through life. This is how I'm going to live comfortably in life, is if I overlook this particular situation. You said that back then. You committed to this person. You committed to becoming blind, in a sense, if you want to look at it from that stream of events. These are swords, and swords can be incredibly painful. Three of Swords can be one of the most painful cards in the tarot deck, the entire tarot deck, major arcana included. You've gone through some painful times. You've sacrificed quite a bit in exchange for a degree of material security. But because this is pointing towards the past, it is waning. This is in your future. You need to leave, and you need to start getting ready to leave. I hope that if you're watching this particular message, that you'll start to make preparations for you to leave. In spite of your particular financial situation. Wouldn't it be nice to have the microphone close up? I'm sorry. You need to make preparations to leave. Bring things back into balance for yourself. This is air on air energy with the Knight of Swords. You need to think carefully, plan carefully, and keep quiet about this. And you need to be fast about it too. But this is all about leaving as quickly as possible. Air on, nothing moves faster than air on air. And you need to channel that. This is going to be difficult for you. Now, I don't have the Tower card in my particular deck, but don't stay around in this situation, okay? Don't wait for a Tower moment to actually hit you before you decide to leave, okay? This is in your advice card. You need to seek happiness for yourself, and what I like to do is I combine the advice card together with the future card. And I like to say, if you want happiness, and you do need to pursue happiness for your own sake, then you need to make moves now to support your own happiness. And this is your outcome. You need to move back towards connections in the past that have been of great assistance to you. These could be family members. These could be friends. These could be people that you've not been in contact with for quite some time, but you choose to get in contact with them because circumstances have changed and times are dire for you. And this might be the perfect time for you to get in touch with them, okay? Take it as it resonates, but definitely reaching back to connections that you feel a degree of nostalgia around. That's going to be the very, very best for you. This is, in fact, your outcome card, if I didn't already say that, okay? That would be a pretty good, I was about to say an ideal outcome. That is a pretty good outcome given these circumstances. You'll be able to find quite a bit of support in those older connections, okay? This is your current environment. You need assistance from other people, from outside sources specifically, because the current relationship that you're in, you have no choice but to accept your partner's help when it comes to finances. You don't have a solid way of genuinely not being in poverty when you leave this particular person. This is where Six of Cups is going to come in handy. You need to get in touch with those people so that you can comfortably leave this particular environment and not have to worry about having a roof over your head, not have to worry about gas in your car if you need to commute to work, for instance. You're not going to need to worry about food if you have this particular connection, but you have to make moves. You know, the Knight of Swords is about just as much about keeping quiet as it is about talking to the people about what's going on right here. You need to make a game plan with these particular people because they might have some good words of wisdom to help you get out of this particular situation. Okay? I respect that this is hard. Spirit acknowledges how much you've hurt, how much your heart has bled over this particular situation. They acknowledge that they thought you were doing the right thing at the time. They thought that you were sacrificing, that you believed you were sacrificing your needs for the greater good, when in fact that was anything but the case. That was sacrificing your needs and wants to a very selfish individual. I see that you want happiness. This is in your hopes and your fears. You're afraid, quite possibly, that you'll never get here. This could be pointing to your Chiron wound. Everyone has a Chiron wound. Somewhere in their astrological birth chart is an asteroid called Chiron. And there's a story behind that particular planet and how it got to be named, that asteroid and how it got to be named Chiron. But it's about a wound that we cannot heal ourselves. It's only in healing others that our own wounds are healed. And this might be where you learn to find true happiness, okay? Because here with the Six of Cups, I'm wondering if these people can't draw you back to that happiness once again. Possibly, okay? I see you're hopeful for that as well, and I bet that that's all you ever wanted out of this particular situation. You just wanted happiness. It could be that these people that you feel nostalgic about could help you explore how to heal, how your heart has been severely bruised throughout this particular situation. It's time to mentally leave this particular environment. It's time to plan and talk about this with other people. It's time to get out as fast as possible, okay? You can do this. It is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy by any means. Being on a spiritual path will definitely help, but it's not necessarily going to make things easier. It might for some. But then on the other hand, shadow work might be a thing. Take it one step at a time. Okay, rushing is not a thing. It's a warning. Some people like to go all in, and I'm just saying that you might have gone through some traumatic situations, and going all in with the healing process, doing it gradually is probably for the best, okay? You need to do you in this particular case. You need to heal on your own timetable. You need to get out of this situation as fast as you possibly can, okay, for your own safety and any minors who may be under your care. Please take care of yourselves. Have a great day.